Kelly, you look so different.
Thank you. I feel different.
You've been at the beach.
It is crazy that it's bananas that you came all the way here to talk to someone who you can just freaking text.
Me and Amber, we have hung out outside of the show, so I'm very happy I get to have this conversation with you. Amber Ruffin.
Hey, Jay.
Thank you for having me.
Now, like I said, your first album was Jurden, y'all. Where did that title come from?
Well, it comes from being a Southerner. I know people think that Southerners, sometimes they're a bit backwards in their ways, but Southerners are actually super progressive because y'all is the perfect pronoun. Y'all applies to everybody. And that's the name of Kelly's band, right? Y'all?
That's right.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Yeah.
They love it. They love that that's their name. They love it as a band name. They love it as a concept.
Yeah. All y'all. You can put that in your pronouns at work. Yeah, y'all / all y'all.
Now, when did you realize you loved comedy as a kid?
Oh, so my mom took me to see Nutty Professor starring Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
And we all know the movie. It's such a funny movie.
Yes.
My favorite scene was the dinner scene with all the clumps. And so after we see the movie, my mom is driving me, my sister, my brother back home. And my mom would do this thing where she'd say, do you have a favorite part of the movie? And I was like, yeah. She said, what was it? I said, I don't know if I could say it because they said bad words. She said, okay, in the car with us, you can say the bad words. So I said, my favorite part of the movie was when Grandma Clunk said, Cletus, I'm gonna throw this knife between the crack of your ass. And my mom was like, that's so funny, Jay. Don't say it at school. And then I was like, well, I gotta say it at school. And so I went to school, and I think it was like me, Christian Vance, Bitch Lansky, my like 4th grade friends. I was like, y'all, have y'all seen Nutty Professor? And so I did one of the scenes, and I said that same joke, and they all laughed. And I was like, well, looks like I like comedy. So that's when it started.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
But we all used to do that, right?
Yeah.
Because you didn't have all the,
Well,
I don't know your age. But back in my day.
We about to get Amber's walker out. She's gonna say, we didn't have all these phones.
We didn't have laughter. We didn't have comedy. You couldn't watch a little video of your this and that. You had to reenact it.
You're that old. You said, back in my day, we couldn't even laugh, okay? We didn't have joy. We had arithmetic. That's what we had.
It hadn't occurred to anyone to be jovial.
Wasn't nothing funny about 1998.
That's right. Did your mom encourage you to do comedy?
Yeah, my mom was always very supportive of me pursuing the arts. So I auditioned.
Oh, yeah, she cute.
Yeah.
You're like, she's behind me? She is.
Yeah, I knew. She was always very supportive. When I wanted to audition for the theater program in 6th grade, she like helped me rehearse and helped me go over my monologue. So whenever I said I want to do theater, she was like, do it. I went to college. I said I want to switch from English back to theater. She approved of that, and she was very supportive. And then when I moved to New York, she said, oh, well, like, move to New York as an actor. And then when comedy kind of started to like take hold, she was like, I love that for you too. She came to the special. She's always been supportive, yeah.
Oh, so this new special honors your mom?
Yeah, it's called Yes, Ma'am, in honor of her.
That's
it's also okay. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Love that.
Y'all are too sweet. I'm gonna get a cavity.
We like it.
Yeah, I do. I love the fact also that like Yes, Ma'am, it's Southern, but it's also cute. It's also a little queer. It's just everything that I wanted to be.